had somebody write in on Rocket Girl that they were wondering if the Moola Bandha checkup is possible and what are some tips for the Moola Bandha checkup. Hi, Rachel. So a lift up happens by engaging deep down in your core. It also happens with us leaning forward slightly. So a little trick is to use your feet in the beginning, the sides of your feet. That'll give you a feel for it. Mistakes that people make when they're doing the lift up and they make it harder is if their hands are too far back and they lift and they feel like nothing's happening because their hands are too far back. So a big key to this is getting the hands and the hips in the right position. A second great tip is crossing your ankles, making your body really small and compact. And when you lift, if your knees come down and open, you're going to get heavier. And what can correct that would be practicing different hip openers, practicing the swan, where you're making your legs much more compact so that they fit underneath your body. So eventually you lift up and you jump back to chaturanga. So when you lift and come up, see if you can sit on your feet. This will also give you a feel for how much space you have for that jump back. From sitting on your feet, there's another lift up. Leaning forward, ear dangling, lolasana. It's a real pose. And then you can use your core to jump back from chaturanga. So anytime we jump back also, we're strengthening our core, and that's going to help you. Always remember to breathe. So, you know, if you want to practice with blocks, this is also a really good way, is you have the blocks so your arms are a bit longer and lift. So I remember we did a lot of using blocks in my teacher training. Just be careful when you jump back into chaturanga because you want to make sure that your shoulders don't collapse because of the blocks. So blocks and more Moola Bandha checkups. When you come into Dandasana, see, naturally, my hips come up. Every time I'm coming into Dandasana, as I'm coming into seated, lift, tuck your chin. All right, wide legs. This is where we get a lot of fun rocket transitions from, but for today, let's just focus on the lift up. So over time, you'll be able to keep your chest open and your body more upright. But in the beginning, again, practice coming maybe a little bit more forward. Look at your knee. And this way, again, you're more compact. So I hope these tips were helpful today. Do your practice, all is coming, and be inspired. Thanks for tuning in. Namaste.